Game 2 getting underway here at Noyes Park between the Onondaga Flames and the Sherrill Silversmiths. The Flames won Game 1 9-5 after trailing 5-2 entering the 7th and putting up 7 runs in the top half and taking the win. The first pitch to Reed Gibbs to start off this contest is a fastball called strike. Count 0-1 to Gibbs to start this ball game. Starting lineup for the Onondaga Flames beyond Gibbs, as the 0-1 fastball misses outside and the count's evened up at 1-1. Gibbs leading off. He's playing second base. Batting second at third base is Mike Netzel. Batting third playing left field is A.J. DiFilippo. Batting fourth in right field is Colin Matthews. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Jared Groskuth. Batting sixth, the catcher, Joe Navenci. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Mike Ruggiero. And the 1-1 fastball misses outside. Count now 2-1. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Corbin Paxton, and batting ninth is the center fielder, Jack Cherno, and they face Adam Riesberg, who deals the 2-1 fastball that misses in the dirt again, and the count's now 3-1 to Reed Gibbs to start off this ball game. Riesberg heading into this game with an astounding 10.66 ERA. 3 starts in 14 appearances total on the season. He started the last game against this team as that one's chopped on the ground down the third base line. A diving stop that's ruled foul. Home plate umpire rules a very close ball foul down the left field line. The count moves to full at 3-2. And Adam Riesberg faced the Flames the last time the Sherrill Silversmiths visited the Onondaga Flames. And Riesberg in that matchup, 5 1/3, 10 earned runs, 7 hits, 6 walks, 3 strikeouts. The lefty Riesberg against the righty Gibbs, the 3-2. That breaking ball doesn't quite bite into the zone, and ball 4 sends Gibbs to first base to start off this ball game. And now Gibbs on first base with nobody out. That brings up Mike Netzel. He did not play in the first game, and neither did Gibbs. And Mike Netzel, one of the most dominant hitters on this entire Flames team, hitting .327 in 101 at-bats. He's also a stellar pitcher for this Flames team. He's a right-handed hitter. And first pitch to him, he shows bunt, lays it down the third base line. Picked up down the line by Riesberg. He throws it over to first, not in time. That one didn't even look close. Mike Netzel's called out at first base after laying down a beautiful bunt. And he's still out there at first base. He's furious. He's up in arms over it. He's walking back to the dugout very dismayed. At the very least, it moves Gibbs over to second base with one away. And now the field umpire having a chat with head coach Mike Cordero, who is not happy with the call. A.J. DiFilippo, a left-handed hitter, is waiting to step into the batter's box. And Coach Cordero has aired his grievances, and DiFilippo finally gets to step into the box. It'll be a lefty-lefty matchup, as DiFilippo did play in the first game. In that matchup, he went 1 for 3 with a big RBI double in the 7th, part of the 7-run Flames inning. The first pitch from Riesberg to DiFilippo from the stretch. Fastball ripped into left center field, shallow. That drops for a base hit. Rounding third is Gibbs. He's going to come home. The throw in from left field is not going to get there in time. And an RBI single for A.J. DiFilippo here in the top of the first makes it a 1-0 Flames lead early on. The Flames took a while to get going back in the first game. They get going with haste here. They already lead 1-0 with one away in the top of the first. And that brings up Colin Matthews, a right-handed hitter, who also played in the first game, went 1 for 3, scored a run, a couple of RBIs as well, both of them coming on a 2-run single to get the scoring started in the 7th inning. First pitch, fastball misses above the zone, and the count's 1-0. Let's give you the defensive alignment for the Sherrill Silversmiths. Left to right in the outfield is Matt Krause, Reese Armitage, and Matt Fitzgerald. As the 1-0 pitch, a fastball misses outside, count now 2-0. Andrew Roden's playing first base. Sean Doherty's over at second. Robert Armitage is at shortstop. Nate Cormier is at third base. And Alex Stroshine, the catcher this game. 2-0. Runner goes. Fastball misses inside. Actually a called strike. The throw down is not in time. A.J. DiFilippo with a successful steal of second base. That's a called strike on the inside corner to Colin Matthews. Counts now 2-1. And with that stolen base, DiFilippo's total now up to 4 on the year. He has now successfully stolen bases 2 out of 3 times. 4 for 6 in total. Riesberg looks back at second, and he steps off. Flames out 1-0 already in this ball game. One away, runner in scoring position for the Flames. Matthews facing a 2-1 count. The pitch from Riesberg. Breaking ball doesn't quite bite into the zone. The count's now 3 balls and a strike. Jared Grosguth waits on deck. He didn't play in the first game. He is the designated hitter tonight for the Flames. 3-1. Fastball inside for ball 4. And so Colin Matthews draws a walk in his first plate appearance of game 2. And Jared Grosguth gets to come up with 2 on and 1 away. The righty Grosguth heading into this contest, a batting average of .281 in 64 at-bats. Made a lot of starts early in this campaign, but as of lately, usually a pinch hitter. But making a DH start here, wide stance in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch from Riesberg. Breaking ball, called strike on the upper half of the plate, and the count's 0-1. Short leads from both men on base. DiFilippo on second, Matthews on first, and stepping off is Riesberg, and forces both runners back to their bags. Oh, 1 to Grosguth. Fastball just misses above the zone. Count evens up at a ball on the strike. Grosguth trying to get the Flames to score even more here in the top of the first. They already have a 1-0 lead with 1 away. That 1 out coming on a very controversial bunt attempt. That was a called out at first that everyone in the park may have thought was safe. 1-1 fastball catches the knees, and the count's now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Grosguth. Infield and double play death for the Silversmiths. And 1-2. Fastball way inside, brushes Grosguth off the plate just a bit. Count evens up at 2-2 as Grosguth had to jump out of the way of that one. Joe Navenchi, the catcher, waits on deck. He didn't play in the first game either for the Flames. He replaces Trace Peterson. 2-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3 on the outside corner. Stellar breaking pitch from Adam Riesberg. And there are 2 away here in the top of the first inning. That's the first strikeout of the ball game for Riesberg. And Joe Navenchi comes up to bat with 2 away for the Flames. Navenchi hasn't played a lot this season. Came in very late. Only joined the team a little under 2 weeks ago. 118 is his batting average, but only 17 at-bats. First pitch to Navenchi, a fastball cut on and missed. And the count's 0-1 to start the at-bat to Navenchi. Navenchi's got runners on first and second, 2 away. Flames have an early 1-0 lead. 0-1. Off-speed fouled off behind home plate, back to the fence, and the count's 0-2. Navenchi, though, is clutch in the very few at-bats he has. Despite a 118 batting average, he is a producer of 3 RBIs so far. 0-2 breaking pitch misses outside. Count now 1-2. Navenchi, a recent graduate of Shenendehowa High School in Clifton Park, New York, set to start at Canisius College come the fall. 1-2. Breaking ball fouled off to the right side, over into the street outside the park. And the count's still 1-2. Navenchi fighting off plenty of pitches here. He has an aggressive approach at the plate. He waits for his pitch he wants to hit by fouling off the ones he doesn't like. 1-2. Fastball ripped into left field and deep. Running back on that one is Matt Krause, and he makes the catch over his head, basket style, over the back shoulder, and that retires the side. Stellar range from Matt Krause in left field, but the Flames get on the board early. They lead 1-0 after the top of the first. Flames put up a run in the top of the first. They lead 1-0. And the first time up to bat for the Sherrill Silversmiths coming up. Let's give you their starting lineup. Leading off in center field is Reese Armitage. Batting second at second base is Sean Doherty. Batting third, the first baseman, Andrew Roden. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Chris Turco. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Robert Armitage. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Matt Krause. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Matt Fitzgerald. Batting eighth, the catcher, Alex Stroshine. And batting ninth, playing third base, is Nate Cormier. They're going up against Connor Morrisroe. 8 games so far this season, 7 starts. A 2-run record, and a 6.23 ERA. His last outing came against the Syracuse Spartans. He allowed 4 runs on 6 hits in 4 innings of work en route to an 11-6 Flames win. Armitage stepping up against the righty Connor Morrisroe in the left-handed batter's box. And Morrisroe working from the windup. The first pitch to Armitage. Fastball misses outside and up, and the count's 1-0. Morrisroe heading into this season after suffering from a torn UCL a little over a year ago. Underwent Tommy John surgery, and the 1-0 pitch, a fastball misses high, count now 2-0. Morrisroe came into this season struggling right off the bat. He's getting a little bit more under control, though, thanks in part to the assistant of pitching coach Robert Anders, who recommended a couple of things to tweak his windup, including actually moving down his arm slot. 2-0 fastball misses up and away, count now 3-0. Since his arm slot got moved down a couple ticks, he's getting some more run on his fastball and his slider, and his fastball is picking up a little bit of velocity. The only problem, though, is that his accuracy is still a little bit iffy. Literally, the last 2 games, he's thrown half balls, half strikes. And the 3-0 misses up and in for ball 4. That one almost gets Reese Armitage on the helmet. He ducks out of the way, but he's walking over to first with a walk to start off the bottom of the first. So Morrisroe walks the first batter, Armitage, on 4 pitches. And now Sean Doherty coming up to bat for the Silversmiths. He, like Armitage, played in the first game. Doherty going 1 for 4. Armitage went 3 for 4. Armitage now on first base actually hit a solo shot and a double along with his single. And Doherty a 2-run home run and grounding out all other 3 times. First pitch to Doherty, a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. And Morrisroe finally throws a strike here. Counts 0-1 to start the at-bat to Sean Doherty as the Flames defense moves into double play depth. Let's give you the defensive alignment. Left to right in the outfield, A.J. DiFilippo, Jack Cherno, and Cullen Matthews. And the 0-1 fastball is skied foul to the right side, out of play. Count now 0-2. At first base, it's Corbin Paxton. Second base, Reed Gibbs. Shortstop is Mike Ruggiero. Third baseman's Mike Netzel for the first time. And Joe Navenchi is catching balls and strikes for Connor Morrisroe. It's an 0-2 count here to Sean Doherty. Runner on first, nobody out. And the 0-2. Fastball chopped on the ground towards second. This could be 2. Easy hop for Gibbs. Flips over to second to 1. On to first. In time for the 4-6-3 double play. Connor Morrisroe quickly gets both bases cleared. And the bases are empty with 2 away here for the Silversmiths. And that brings up Andrew Roden, the 3-hitter. He played right field in the first game, now playing first base. And in that first game for the Silversmiths, Roden went 0 for 3. A pair of groundouts and a strikeout to his name in all 3 plate appearances. And the lefty, the tall lefty, Andrew Roden, steps into the batter's box against the righty Connor Morrisroe. First pitch to him, a fastball misses up and away. Count 1-0. Two away here, bases empty. A 1-0 count to Andrew Roden. Flames still winning 1-0. 1-0. Off speed, called a strike on the lower third of the plate. Count evens up at 1-1. No infield shift here for the lefty Roden, who stands 6'5", 215 pounds. 1-1. Fastball brushes Roden off the plate, and the count's now 2 balls and a strike. Chris Turco, the designated hitter, waits on deck. He hit a big home run back in the first game. And the 2-1 to Roden. Fastball grounded between short and third through the 5.5 hole for a base hit. So Roden is on base with 2 away. And the Silversmiths have a 2-out base runner for Chris Turco, who played in the first game, and boy, did he do something big. He had a big home run in the 4th inning. It was a solo shot, but it was number 13 for him on the year. He's only one behind the NYCBL record. In total on that game, 1 for 2. His other 2 plate appearances, he drew a walk and struck out swinging. And Turco with a chance here, 1 on, 2 away. And Albany versus Albany here. Turco out of Albany. And the first pitch breaking ball is a called strike on the outside corner. And he's behind the count, 0-1. Connor Morrisroe, a redshirt freshman out of Albany, and Chris Turco, a freshman out of Albany. 2 teammates from college facing off against each other here, something very few teammates get to do. And the 0-1 fastball way up and in, and the count moves even to a ball and a strike. These 2 guys know each other very well. They're very friendly. In the first doubleheader, these 2 teams tried before the first one got rained out and called. As the 2 teams were waiting in the gym, trying to see if the rain would pass, these 2 were chatting up a storm. And the 1-2 is skied foul to the right side. Count now 1-2. Everyone around them was playing basketball. They were shooting around, paying each other with volleyballs. Instead, these 2 were just catching up. 1-2. Osby just misses a hair outside. Stellar breaking stuff from Connor Morrisroe on the mound. But that one just misses and the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first base. And Chris Turco with a chance to get something going for the Silversmiths. 2-2. Fastball fouled back behind home plate into the fence. And the count's still 2-2. 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Have to wait to see one more pitch. Who wins the battle of the Albany teammates? As Morrisroe is working for the stretch as Rodin leads off of first base. And Morrisroe gets set. A pickoff move over to first is not in time. Rodin gets back in there standing. Rodin standing on first base, 3 for 6 on stolen base attempts this year. Turco steps back into the box. Standing back in the box, and Morrisroe, the 2-2. That one fouled back behind home plate as Andrew Rodin tried to go on that one. The count stays 2-2. And this at-bat keeps getting longer and longer. Both of these guys want to take the victory back home to Albany. But only one can win bragging rights this time around. There'll probably be 1 or 2 more chances for these guys. Count still 2-2 on Chris Turco. Runner on first, 2 away. Flames with a 1-0 lead. And the pitch. Fastball skied high, but out of play yet again. Turco's not giving up fast. The count's still 2-2. Runner on first, 2 away. And Turco just not quitting. A very long at-bat here in the bottom of the first inning. And Silversmiths trying to get a run on the board after the Flames took a 1-0 lead in the top half. 2-2, 2 away, runner on first. Morrisroe, another pickoff attempt at first, but again, Rodin able to get back standing. On one of those other foul balls, Rodin tried to take second. Eventually behind the plate, still hasn't gunned down a runner yet this summer. 2-2 in the righty-righty matchup. And another pickoff attempt over at first base doesn't work. And these 2 Albany teammates trying to get the upper hand on each other. Morrisroe out of the stretch. 2-2 count, 2 outs. The pitch, Rodin goes. Breaking ball, skied foul yet again. This at-bat just seems never-ending. And Rodin has to go back to first base again. As I've personally lost count of how many foul balls in a row Chris Turco has hit. This at-bat just can't seem to end. Both of these guys want to take each other down. Still a 2-2 count, 2 away. Flames still leading 1-0. Silversmiths have a runner on first base, and Morrisroe steps off. As if it wasn't obvious for Chris Turco, he's wearing a University of Albany helmet to the plate. And Morrisroe from the stretch, he gets set, 2-2. A breaking ball way inside. Turco has to duck down, and the count's now full at 3-2 after what seemed like a million foul balls back to back to back. So a 3-2 count here to Chris Turco. Runner on first base, 2 away. Flames still leading 1-0. Patiently waiting on deck is Robert Armitage. Short lead for Roden off of first base now. Morrisroe from the stretch, 3-2. Runner goes, misses inside, actually plunks Chris Turco. And after a very long at-bat, Carter Morrisroe ends up hitting his Albany teammate and sends him to first base. So now 2 runners on for the Silversmiths with 2 away. And that brings up Robert Armitage. He also played in the first game of this doubleheader. He went 0 for 1. He walked twice and struck out swinging. And Armitage comes up with 2 on and 2 out. Flames still leading 1-0. Morrisroe looks back at second. First pitch fastball misses, actually catches the outside corner. Late strike call from the home plate umpire. And the count's 0-1. It's Andrew Roden on second base now. Chris Turco on first. From the stretch, Morrisroe the 0-1. That one fouled off to the right side, going across the street behind the ballpark. And the count now 0-2. Joe Navenci goes out, has a quick word with his pitcher, who's trying to get out of this inning without allowing any damage. Flames still lead 1-0 over the Silversmiths. There are 2 on, 2 away, an 0-2 count here to Armitage. Morrisroe's in the stretch. He steps off quickly. Both runners retreat. First game very eventful between these two teams. Constant fight for the lead that ended with a 7-run top of the 7th for the Flames. In the first game of this doubleheader, 0-2. Fastball misses up and away. Count now 1-2 to Armitage. The righty steps into the batter's box again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A very long inning here in the bottom of the first after a very long battle between Connor Morrisroe and his teammate from Albany, Chris Turco. 1-2 to Armitage is skied foul again to the right side. Counts still 1-2. Connor Morrisroe's problem seems to be that every pitch he's throwing for a strike seems to get fouled off. His accuracy is improving quite a bit today after struggling by walking Reese Armitage on 4 pitches. He's got a 1-2 count here on Robert Armitage, his twin brother. And the pitch. All speed misses in the dirt outside. And now the count 2-2. Robert Armitage could win the battle here. He faced an 0-2, fouled off a couple. And now it's an even 2-2 count against Connor Morrisroe. Morrisroe trying to get the Flames out of the inning without allowing a run. Flames still lead 1-0. 2-2. Fastball, check swing. Did he go? The throw down to third is not in time. And the field umpire says he did not go around. The Flames dugout is furious about that call. Coach Cordero is furious in the Flames dugout, deems it a full swing. Counts 3-2 to Robert Armitage, and Coach Cordero has had his fair share of yelling with the home plate and field umpires so far today. It was a single steal for the Silversmiths. The home plate umpire has given Coach Cordero an official warning. Very stern warning from the home plate umpire, as it's still a 3-2 count on Armitage. This inning taking quite a while to get done. Coach Cordero finally goes back into the dugout. 3-2, 2 away. Runners on first and third for the Silversmiths. After a controversial check swing call on the 2-2 pitch. Chris Turco certain to go on this pitch, 3-2. Fastball misses outside for a ball 4. The home plate umpire deems the count 3-2. Apparently not. I mean, I'm positive that we have 4 balls there, and the 3-2 misses outside for ball 4 this time, and now the bases are loaded. And pitching coach Robert Andrews going out to talk with the pitcher Connor Morrisroe. That was a very confusing at-bat on many counts. And home plate umpire giving the Flames a full bench warning. Coach Cordero defending his dugout. The home plate umpire getting a little aggressive with his calls here, giving the Flames dugout a warning. Flames dugout jokingly showing a display about how the two teams are just having fun with each other in response to the bench warning issued by the home plate umpire. And so now the bases are loaded for the Silversmiths with 2 away in the bottom of the first. They still trail the Flames 1-0. And now Matt Krause up for his first plate appearance of this game too. Krause in the first game, 1 for 3. A single, a strikeout, and a pop-out. That pop-out coming on a bad bunt attempt that popped right back out to the pitcher. And he has a chance here to get the offense started for the Silversmiths. As in the Flames' mind, this inning should have been done a long time ago. First pitch, fastball misses up and away. Count 1-0 to Krause. Krause is the 6th batter of this inning. Connor Morrisroe's pitch count's got to be up really high so far. It's Andrew Roden on third base, Chris Turco on second, Robert Armitage on first. And the 1-0 to Krause, fastball misses below the knees of the catcher, Joe DaVinci. He picks it up quickly, and thanks to the short backstop here at Noyes Park, it goes right back to him, and no runners advance. So the count's 2-0. Still no runs here in the inning for the Silversmiths. They trail the Flames 1-0. Krause trying to get something started here for Sherrill. Morrisroe from the stretch, 2-0. Fastball called, strike on the inside corner. And finally a strike in this at-bat for Connor Morrisroe, counts 2-1. This has been a lengthy inning for both sides. Flames caught a couple of bad breaks, but they could get out of this inning unscathed. 2-1 for Morrisroe. Fastball catches the outside corner, and the count knots up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two, 2 out, bases loaded. Matt Krause with a chance to get the scoring started. Connor Morrisroe trying to keep the Silversmiths off the scoreboard as the Flames lead 1-0. 2-2 fastball fouled off to the right side. And this inning is going to survive even longer. Count still 2-2. 6th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Matt Krause. This lengthy at-bat seems to exasperate how long this inning has gone. We have no clock on it. And the 1-2. Breaking ball just misses below the knees. Counts now full at 3-2 to Matt Krause, and Connor Morrisroe in danger of walking his 4th batter of the inning and actually walking in the first run of the ball game for the Silversmiths. All the runners probably going here. 3-2, 2 out. Bases loaded. The pitch. That one chopped on the ground to third base. Mike Netzel throws over to first, and it's in time to get Krause going down the first baseline. A very long inning turns out uneventful for the Silversmiths. Heading into the second, Flames still lead 1-0. Quite an eventful first inning on both sides, but the Flames still lead 1-0. And it's the 7-hitter Mike Ruggiero leading off for Onondaga. He did not play in the first game as a hitter, but he did come in for an inning of relief and actually got the win for the Flames. And the first pitch this inning from Riesberg is a fastball ripped over to second base on one hop. Throw over to first is in time to get Ruggiero. One pitch, one out for Riesberg here in the top of the second inning. Flames still leading 1-0. And that brings up Corbin Paxton, a left-handed hitter. He played in the first game as the designated hitter. Went 2 for 3, scored a run, got an RBI. And he steps in against the lefty Riesberg for his first at-bat of the game, too. And first pitch breaking ball misses inside, count 1-0. Riesberg was trying to get that one to break into the zone, didn't quite have enough bite. 1-0 to Paxton. Fastball chopped right over the head of Riesberg, fielded in the hole by Doherty, but he can't corral it, and so it's an infield single for Corbin Paxton. Corbin Paxton gets a runner on for the Flames with one away in the top of the second. And that brings up Jack Chernow, the center fielder. He batted ninth also in the first game. Went 0 for 3 in that one. He reached base twice, once via walk, once via a fielder's choice. Short lead off of first for Corbin Paxton. And the first pitch to Chernow. He shows bunt, bunts it high up in the air. It goes foul. That one went up and in on Chernow, but he couldn't pull the bat back. And it bounced foul, so the count is 0-1 to start the at-bat to Chernow. Connor Morrisroe for the Flames could use a bit of rest. He threw 36 pitches in the bottom of the first. Probably looking to relax a little bit longer in that dugout before he has to go back out on the mound. So 0-1 count to Chernow. Runner on first, one away. Flames still leading 1-0 in the top of the second. Lefty Chernow back in the batter's box. 0-1. Chopped on the ground through second and first, and that gets through for a base hit. Paxton rounds second, but holds up there, and it's a single for Chernow. Back-to-back hits for the Onondaga Flames. They now have runners on first and second with one away. That brings the top of the order back up in Reed Gibbs. His first time up, he drew a walk and came around to score on an RBI single from A.J. DiFilippo.
Number 27, Reed Gibbs.
Double play depth here still from the Cheryl Silversmiths. First baseman Andrew Roden playing in on the infield grass. First pitch, breaking ball in the dirt, and the count's 1-0 to start the at-bat to Gibbs, up for his second time in as many innings. Gibbs in the right-handed batter's box. A chance to extend the Flames' 1-0 lead with 2 on and 1 away. 1-0 from Riesberg, has to wait as he steps off and forces both runners to retreat back to their bases. Sun starting to beam down here at Cheryl. And the 1-0. Fastball misses outside. And the count now 2-0 to Gibbs. Similar problem at this field as at Syracuse Spartans. There are no lights at this field. And so all the games must start really early. Riesberg looking back at second base, and the 2-0 to Gibbs. That one skied foul opposite way, going across the street on the fly, and the count's 2-1. Mike Netzel, another right-handed hitter, patiently waiting on deck. Off of second base, it's Paxton. Off of first base, it's Chernow. And the 2-1. Breaking ball skied high left side, shallow left field. Taking a few steps back onto the lip of the outfield grass is the shortstop Robert Armitage, who makes the catch on the pop-out for out number 2. So 2 away here in the top of the second inning. Still a 1-0 Flames lead. And Mike Netzel coming up for his second at-bat. First time grounded out on a bunt. It was fielded by Riesberg and fired to first, a very controversial call. As the entire Flames dugout was up in arms, Mike Netzel couldn't believe the call. He thought he had beat it by at least a step. First pitch to Netzel, a fastball called strike over the middle. And the count's 0-1. Netzel playing third base for the first time this season. He's mostly an outfielder when he's not pitching, and that one's ripped into right center field. That one's dropping for a base hit. Rounding third is Corbin Paxton. He's going to come home. Advancing to third is Reed Gibbs. Actually, it's Jack Cherno. It's an RBI single here for Mike Netzel, and the Flames now have a 2-0 lead. It's now Rose on first and third with 2 away. 2-0 lead now for the Flames in the top of the second. And now A.J. DiFilippo comes up for his second at-bat. First time up, he hit an RBI single. The lefty steps into the batter's box here with runners on first and third and 2 away. Netzel, a speed threat over on first base. He takes off. The first pitch fastball taken inside. The throw down to second is not in time. And a back pick attempt over at third after the throw down to second's not in time either. So it's now second and third here for the Flames with 2 away. And now a base hit here for A.J. DiFilippo could double the Flames' lead to 4-0.
Number 12, A.J. DiFilippo.
And for Mike Netzel on that stolen base, for him, that's number 8 on the year. 1-0. Breaking ball called. Strike on the lower third. And the count's even at 1-1 to DiFilippo. (1-1) to DiFilippo. Fastball grounded between first and second. Running to his right is Andrew Roden. He takes to the back himself just ahead of A.J. DiFilippo. And that retires the side. The Flames leave 2 stranded, but they get another run on the board. Heading into the bottom of the second inning, they lead 2-0. Flames get another run in the top of the second inning and now lead 2-0. Connor Morse out for inning number 2. First pitch to Matt Fitzgerald is a called strike on a fastball. And Fitzgerald behind in the count, 0-1. Fitzgerald played in the first game as the designated hitter. And Connor Morse trying to get out of this inning as fast as possible. 0-1, chopped on the ground over to short, fielded on an easy hop by Mike Ruggiero, backhand. He throws it over to first in time for the first out. That's what Connor Morrisroe needs. 2 pitches for the easy first out, as in that first inning he threw 36. And Alex Stroshine, the catcher, now due up for the Silversmiths. He did not play in the first game. He replaces Anthony Gazzo here in Game 2. Stroshine out of Nichols College, a native of Keene, New Hampshire. Hitting 115 heading into today, but not a big sample size, only 52 at-bats. First pitch fastball misses above the zone, and the count's 1-0. Third baseman Mike Netzel playing in on the grass here for the Flames. 1-0. Fastball misses above the zone yet again, and the count's 2-0. Stroshine has been hitting a little bit better lately. For a long time, his batting average was not even below 100. It was below 50. But he's been heating up as of late. Has a couple of extra base hits to his name now. 2-0. Fastball just catches the lower third, and the count's now 2-1. The 9-hitter, Nate Cormier, waits on deck. Another right-handed hitter to face the righty Connor Morrisroe. 2-1. Fastball taken outside, and the count's now 3-1 to Stroshine. Seventh pitch of the inning coming up for Connor Morrisroe, who's trying to keep his pitch count down after a 36-pitch first. 3-1 fastball misses well above the zone, and Stroshine draws a walk here with one away, and the Silversmiths have a one-out base runner for Nate Cormier. Cormier played in Game 1 over at second base. He's playing third this time around. He went 0 for 3, a strikeout, a groundout, and a flyout. Looking to turn around here in Game 2, try to get his Silversmiths back in it as they trail 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. Short lead off of first base for Stroshine, and the first pitch to Cormier is a fastball missing inside, count 1-0. For the Flames, they've won 8 in a row now after winning the Game 1. And if they get win number 9 in a row here, they clinch first place in the Eastern Division. 1-0, runner goes. He shows bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike. The throw down to second doesn't get anywhere as no one was covering the bag. Mike Ruggiero had to run to keep it from going into the outfield. So Stroshine successfully steals second base there. That's number 9 for him on the season. And now the Silversmiths, with one away, have a runner in scoring position. Wind blowing out to left field here at Noyes Park. We're on second, one away. Pitch. Fastball inside. Count now 3-0. Actually, now 2-1. My apologies. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Cormier. It's the second baseman, Reed Gibbs, guarding the second base bag, where Stroshine's not taking a very big lead for Sherrill. 2-1. Fastball ripped foul to the right side, out of play. And the count evens up at 2-2. Cormier, a chance to get the Silversmiths in here with just a base hit. They trail 2-0 against the Onondaga Flames in bottom 2. A single could cut the lead for the Flames in half. Fastball taken inside, the throw down to third to get the advancing Stroshine is in time. Stroshine got a little bit cocky there, and he gets gunned down trying to advance for the second time in a row. And so the 9 for 10 line goes to 9-11 on his stolen base attempts this year. It's a 3-2 count to Cormier, but now there are 2 away. Morrisroe now can work from the windup with nobody on base. And he winds and deals the 3-2 payoff. Fastball ripped into right field. That gets in for a base hit. Colin Matthews going to try for first. It doesn't quite get there in time. That one was hit on a rope to right field. Colin Matthews fielded it on the run. Tried to get the runner going to first, but it couldn't quite get there in time. So a 2-out base runner here for the Silversmiths. It's the second hit of the ball game for them, and now the top of the order due up, Reese Armitage, coming up after he walked his first time up. The lefty Armitage steps into the batter's box. Average size lead for Cormier, who's 17 for 18 in stolen bases this year. First pitch fastball misses above the zone, count 1-0. Armitage, no recorded at bats so far after the walk in the first inning. Game 1, he went 3 for 4. And working from the stretch, Morrisroe with a runner on first behind him. 1-0 fastball misses outside. Count now 2-0. No shift here for the lefty Armitage. It's 2-0 count. Runner on first, 2 away. Flames leading 2-0 in the bottom of the second. 2-0 fastball misses below the knees, and the count's now 3-0 to Armitage. And with a walk here, that could put a run in scoring position for the Silversmiths. Two nothing Flames here in the bottom of the second, a 3-0 count. A runner on first base. Fastball catches the outside corner on the 3-0, and the count moves to 3-1 on Armitage. Morrisroe still looking for a strikeout here, but on a 3-1 count, he's more likely just focused on ending this inning. Keep the Flames with a 2-0 lead. Pickoff attempt at first is no good. Getting back there safely is Nate Cormier. Morrisroe works from the stretch now with a runner on first base behind him. It's a 3-1 count on Armitage. And the pitch. Fastball taken on the outside corner. Counts now full at 3-2. Armitage crowding the plate a little more here on a full count. Cormier likely to go on the 3-2, two-out pitch. Fastball runner goes. Cut on and miss for strike three. First strikeout of the game for Connor Morrisroe, and that retires this side. Silversmiths don't get a run there on one hit, and one man left on base heading into the third. Flames still lead 2-0. Flames lead 2-0 as the top of the third inning set to get underway here at Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York. First pitch from Riesberg, Riesberg still on the mound. And the pitch outside to Colin Matthews, count 1-0.
University, number 23, Colin Matthews.
Matthews walked in his first plate appearance back in the first inning. And the 1-0, grounded between third and short, fielded on the run by Cormier. He turns, throws to first in time. Stellar spin and throw from Cormier over at third base. And there's one away here in the top of the third inning. And with one out, that brings up Jarek Groskuth. I can't move.
The designated hitter from Rhode Island.
And now Jarek Groskuth coming up. He's another right-handed hitter to face the lefty Riesberg. And the first pitch to him, a breaking ball, chopped foul down the third baseline. Count 0-1. First time up, Groskuth struck out looking. And the Flames leading 2-0 here in the top of the third. Trying to get some more offense going and pad on to their lead. 0-1. Fastball misses low in the dirt. Count evens up at 1-1. Because if last game proved anything, that is that no lead is safe for any team. In the top of the seventh inning, the final inning of play in the last game, as the 1-1 breaking ball misses inside, counts now 2-1. The Silversmiths had a 5-2 lead, and the Onondaga Flames only had 3 outs to work with. And then they put up 7 runs in just one half of an inning, and that propelled them to a 9-5 win. The 2-1 fastball catches the inside corner, and the count's knotted up at 2 apiece. Behind Jarek Groskuth, Joe Navenchi, a right-handed hitter, waits on deck. And the 2-2 from Riesberg. Fastball in the dirt yet again. The count's full at 3-2. This is the second full count. Reesburg has worked himself into out there on the mound. First one coming against the first batter of the ballgame in Reed Gibbs. And Gibbs ended up drawing a walk. And the payoff. Cut on and missed on a breaking ball. Grosguth goes down on strikes for the second time tonight, this time swinging. And second strikeout victim for Adam Reesburg out there on the mound. And Joe Navenchi comes up with 2 away.
Number 14, Joe Navenchi.
Navenchi's first time up hit a deep fly to left field. It was an over-the-shoulder catch by Matt Krause, very close to the left field fence. Navenchi in the right-handed batter's box waits for Reesburg. The first pitch, a breaking ball softly hit into right field. That drops in front of Fitzgerald for a base hit. And so a 2-out single from Joe Navenchi, and that brings up Mike Ruggiero with 2 away and a runner on. Ruggiero, first time up, grounded out to second base. A chance to do something more here for the Flames as they have a base runner with 2 away, already out in front, 2-0 in the top of the third.
Wagner College, number 2, Michael Ruggiero.
Covering second base is Sean Doherty, the second baseman. And the first pitch breaking ball to Ruggiero is a called strike on the upper third. Count 0-1. Big lead off of first base for Joe Navenchi as time is called. Reesburg getting set in the stretch on the mound. The 0-1. Fastball hit the opposite way out of play. And the count moves to 0-2 on Ruggiero. Wind blowing out to left field still here at Noyes Park. Sun beginning to set to our left. From the stretch, Reesburg, the 0-2. Breaking ball gets away outside. Reesburg looking for a two-seam there on the 0-2. But that one runs a little bit too far out, and the count's 1-2 now. 1-2. Fastball way inside, gets Ruggiero on the back leg as he tries to turn away from it. And now 2 runners on for the Flames with 2 away in the top of the third. A big chance for a run here on just a base hit that could do it. And Corbin Paxton coming up for his second at-bat. He hit a single back in the second inning. Eventually came around to score. And Reesburg now up to 50 pitches on the day. And Corbin Paxton getting ready to take number 51 for the first pitch of his second at-bat. And the pitch. Breaking ball called. Strike on the lower third. Paxton behind in the count, 0-1. Slight infield shift here for the left-handed hitter Paxton. Robert Armitage guarding the second base bag. Doherty playing closer to the outfield grass at second. Tight defense at second base. 0-1 fastball catches the outside corner on the fastball. And the count's 0-2. 0-2 on Paxton. 2 away, 2 on. 2-0 Flames lead. The pitch. Off speed gets Corbin Paxton on the front shoulders. Second hit batsman in a row on the mound for Adam Reesburg. And now the bases are loaded for the Flames with 2 away. This certainly got out of hand a lot faster than Reesburg and the Silversmiths expected. They got 2 quick outs here in the top of the third and proceeded to allow 3 straight runners, 1 on a base hit, 2 on back-to-back hit batsmen. And head coach Tim Bailey going out to talk with Reesburg as Jack Cherno waits for his second at-bat. Stroshine also going out to the mound, as well as third baseman Nate Cormier to just try and calm Adam Reesburg's nerves. He's already allowed 2 runs on 4 hits through the first 2 innings. Already another base hit allowed this inning. And then 2 hit batsmen to follow. Have loaded the bases here with 2 away. Reesburg stays out there on the mound. Head coach Tim Bailey returns to the dugout. And the left-handed hitting Jack Cherno will finally get his chance. After singling back in the second inning, he gets another chance, this time with the bases loaded. And for Jack Cherno on the year, he's driven in 14 runners. He also has 5 extra base hits to his name. First pitch from Reesburg to Cherno. Fastball misses low and away, count 1-0. And with Reedsburg's accuracy struggles, also important to note how good Jack Cherno is at drawing walks. Just 30 games this season, 26 walks drawn. And that pitch is chopped on the ground over to second. The backhand flip to second gets the final out of the inning. And so the Flames leave 2 runners on base, and heading into the bottom of the third, they still lead 2-0. Just a hair over an hour into this game 2 here at Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York. The Flames won game 1 over the Silversmiths 9-5. They lead 2-0 here in game 2, heading into the bottom of the third inning. Connor Morrisroe getting for his third inning of work, and he faces Sean Doherty first. First pitch, a fastball that just misses above the zone. Count 1-0 to start his at-bat. First time up, Doherty hit into a 4-6-3 double play. And looking for redemption here in this at-bat. 1-0. Fastball misses below the knees around ankle level. And the count's now 2-0. So far through 2 innings of work for Connor Morrisroe, no earned runs, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and 4 walks. 2-0. Fastball ripped into right center field. That one's going to take a hop over the fence barely. And that's going to be a ground rule double here for the Sherrill Silversmiths to lead off the bottom of the third. And with a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the third for Sherrill, that brings up Andrew Roden. He hit a single in his first plate appearance. He got stranded on third in the first. And now a chance to do something productive here as Roden, with a base hit, could bring in a big RBI for him, number 24 on the year. Short lead off of second base for Doherty, and the first pitch to Roden, a fastball missing low, count 1-0. Connor Morrisroe, a lot of the strikes he's thrown over the zone have either been fouled off or weak to strong contact. First extra base hit allowed by Morrisroe this afternoon. As the 1-0 pitch is a fastball missing low and outside, count now 2-0. That base hit that Morrisroe allowed was number 3 for him on the night. And the 2-0. Fastball misses outside to Andrew Roden. Count now 3 balls and no strikes. Should Roden walk, it'd be runners on first and second with nobody out. And Roden would walk for the 18th time this year. 3-0. Fastball taken on the outside corner for strike one. Count moves to 3-1. Roden did not have the green light there as that one looked like a little bit of a softball over the plate. 3-1 count to Roden. Flames still leading 2-0. There's a runner on second with nobody out. That pitch cut on and missed. A breaking ball from Morris Rowe gets chased out of the zone. The count's full at 3-2. And now a full count on Andrew Roden. The lefty against the right-handed thrower, Connor Morrisroe. He looks back at second and deals the payoff. Fastball ripped foul opposite way. And the count still 3-2. Seventh pitch of this at-bat coming up for Andrew Roden. If the Flames win this game right here, they clinch first place in the division, and meanwhile, a Silversmiths win would keep them in the hunt for third place. That fastball gets ripped opposite way foul yet again, so eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up to Roden, and the count's still full at 3-2. Sean Doherty still leading off of second base with nobody out. Still a full count on Andrew Roden as Connor Morrisroe is protecting a 2-0 Flames lead. Morrisroe takes a double take back over to second base and he steps off. Roden crowding the plate here from the left-handed batter's box. And Morrisroe working out of the stretch, looks back at second. The 3-2 fastball is a called strike three on the inside corner. Roden goes down on strike. It's the second strikeout of the afternoon for Connor Morrisroe. And there's one away here in the bottom of the third inning. And now Chris Turco up to bat. The last matchup between these two Albany teammates resulted in a very lengthy at-bat that ended with Turco getting hit in the back. And the first pitch to him, a fastball misses outside, count 1-0. I didn't keep count of how long that at-bat lasted, but it had to be at least 10 pitches. It seemed like foul balls were going on for days between these two. And from the stretch, Morrisroe the 1-0. Fastball in the dirt, scooped up by Navenchi behind the plate, count now 2-0. Sean Doherty still leading off of second base for Sherrill. There's one away in the inning. Flames protecting a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the third. Reed Gibbs, the second baseman, guarding Doherty close to the bag. And the 2-0. Fouled right back behind home plate. If there was no fence there, that would have hit me straight in the face. Instead, the count's now 2-1. Turco steps back to the box to 2-1 count. Morrisroe working out of the stretch. Flames still lead 2-0 here. And Doherty with a growing lead off of second base. 2-1. Fastball fouled back into the catcher's mitt of Navenchi and rolling to the backstop. And the count's now 2-2. Morrisroe really trying to win the battle here. If he sets down Chris Turco, it's 2 away. If Turco wins, it could bring in the first run of the ball game for the Silversmiths as they trail 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. Morrisroe double takes back to second. 2-2, grounded opposite way over to Gibbs. Easy field, fires to first in time. So Morrisroe wins this battle against his Albany teammate Chris Turco. Advancing to third on the play is Sean Doherty, and there's 2 away, but a run for the Silversmiths 90 feet away. But with 2 away, that brings up Robert Armitage. He drew a walk his first time up. It was another long at-bat for the Silversmiths and a lengthy battle with Morrisroe on the mound. That one also went to a full count. Armitage, a right-handed hitter, has a runner on third base. First pitch to him, a fastball, check swing, fouled back. And the count's 0-1. All right, some action getting started in the Flames bullpen. As Connor Morrisro's pitch count is getting to pretty high levels here in only the third inning. Again, a reminder, this is the second game of the doubleheader, so this game only goes 7 innings. And at the bottom of the third, Armitage steals the first ball of this at-bat. Count evens up at 1-1. One count to Armitage. Doherty with a short lead off of third base. A single could bring him home. 1-1. Breaking ball misses in the dirt. Joe Navenchi, the catcher, keeps it in front of him, wearing it on his chest guard. And the count now 2-1. Regular depth here for the infield and outfield for the Flames. Trying to get out of this inning. A 2-1 count on Robert Armitage with a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the third. 2-1 fastball misses inside. Count now 3-1 to Armitage as Matt Krause, the left fielder, waiting patiently in the on-deck circle. Righty-righty matchup, a 3-1 count. Morrisroe from the stretch he deals. Fastball misses outside for ball four. Trying to go home is Doherty. To throw to the plate is in time and gets Doherty trying to score. Armitage draws a walk, and it's a wild pitch. But Doherty gets a little too ahead of himself, tries to steal home, and gets gunned down trying. Heading into the bottom of heading into the fourth inning. Flames still lead 2-0. Fourth inning getting underway at Noyes Park as the first pitch is ripped into left center field and deep, way back there, and that ball is gone. Reed Gibbs with a leadoff home run in the top of the fourth inning, and the Flames now lead 3-0. Barely had time to get started here in the top of the fourth, and Reed Gibbs takes one deep. First home run of the day for the Flames between these two games, and it's now a 3-run lead in the top of the fourth. First home run on the season for Reed Gibbs. In fact, that was only his second extra base hit. But the lead is now 3-0 here at Noyes Park. And Mike Netzel coming up to bat after the home run. First pitch, a fastball missing inside, count 1-0. The two Occidental College teammates going back-to-back here in the top of the fourth inning. As that one's ripped up the middle, a backhanded attempt by the second baseman. Doherty's no good. That gets into center for a base hit. So both the Occidental teammates get base contact in the top of the fourth inning. Reed Gibbs goes yard, and Mike Netzel gets on with a single. It's a 3-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. Still nobody out. Runner on first for the Flames. And now that brings up A.J. DiFilippo. He had an RBI single back in the first inning. And then grounded out to first in his second at-bat. And the left-handed hitter going up against Riesberg again. And a pickoff move over to first, not in time.
Now batting, the left fielder from Columbia University, number 12, A.J. DiFilippo.
DiFilippo consistently playing at a high level. And the runner goes before the pitch. The pitch, a cold strike, throw down to second, is not in time. Netzel gets in there with a stolen base. And for Mike Netzel, another stolen base on the year for him. And he's out and up to second. We're in scoring position now for the Flames. A 0-1 count on A.J. DiFilippo as that first pitch was taken for a strike. Oh, 1. Breaking ball taken low and away. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. DiFilippo in these last few games has just been playing on a completely different level. Last 6 games, including today, RBI total up to 12. Riesberg, the pitcher, looking back at second. 1-1. Fastball ripped on one hop over to second. Doherty Fields fires to first in time, well ahead of the runner DiFilippo for the first out of the inning. Meanwhile, Netzel advances to third. And so with one away, the Flames have another run standing 90 feet away on third. And that brings up Colin Matthews. Matthews so far 0 for 1 today, a ground out to third back in the third inning. He drew a walk back in the first. And the right-handed hitting Matthews steps into the box. First pitch, a fastball called, strike on the outside corner. And the count's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup here between Riesberg and Matthews. A 1 chop foul behind home plate. Count moves to 1-2. Scratch that, 0-2. That's a short lead off of third base. A deep fly ball could bring him in. 0-2. Fastball chopped on the ground down the third base line. Netzel dances out of the way as that one gets into foul territory. Still 0-2 here on Colin Matthews. Jake Zurot waiting on deck. He'll pinch hit for Jared Grosguth. As Jake Zurot making his second at-bat once Matthews is done since coming back from the disabled list. 0-2. Breaking ball taken above the zone for a ball. Count now 1-2. Colin Matthews, a Kent State product. His batting ability has far exceeded the expectations for him. As that pitch, a breaking ball, fouled off to the right side again, so the count's still 1-2. Matthews, heading into this summer, hadn't played baseball in over a year. He redshirted last season at Kent State after tearing his UCL his senior year of high school. And he's the best hitter on this team. And that pitch is skied high left side, still in the infield. Going toward it is the second baseman Doherty. He makes the catch for out number 2. And a throwback to get Mike Netzel goes over the head of Cormier and out of play. So Mike Netzel, as the ball goes out of play, gets to take home. And the Flames lead goes to 4-0. How about that? By complete accident, and without any of the slightest intention of trying to do anything serious, the Sherrill Silversmiths send Mike Netzel scoring. And now there's 2 away. And I don't know if that counts as a sac fly since an error was made. And now Jake Zurot coming up for his first at-bat of the day. And the right-handed hitter sets in. The first pitch to him, a breaking ball called. Strike on the outside corner. Count 0-1. Zurot replaces Jared Grosguth. And the 0-1 fastball raped to right field and deep. Taking a few steps back and just barely robbing a home run over the short right field fence is Matt Fitzgerald. That retires the side. But incredible play by the Flames this inning. Double their lead. It's now 4-0. Flames double their lead in the top of the fourth inning, now leading 4-0 over the Silversmiths. And Matt Krause getting ready to lead off for Sherrill here in the bottom of the fourth. A righty-righty matchup as Morris throws out for his fourth inning of work. And the first pitch fastball misses high, count 1-0. Krause in his first plate appearance, grounded out to third. And the 1-0 from Morris Rowe, a fastball missing low and outside, count now 2-0. After the seventh inning of the last game, the Flames bats really came alive. They haven't really died down in this game either. They lead 4-0. And the 2-0. Fastball misses just below the knees. Count now 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes to Matt Krause. And Morris Rowe trying to avoid walking Krause on 4 pitches. Morris Rowe working from the windup. He deals a 3-0. Fastball up and in. That's ball 4. So Krause walks to lead off the inning for the Silversmiths. And no one out. Runner on base for Matt Fitzgerald. First time up, Fitzgerald grounded out to shortstop. Back in the first game, Fitzgerald playing DH went 0 for 3. Another righty-righty matchup here as the infield for the Flames moves to double play depth. Krause off of first base, 0 for 1 on stolen base attempts. First pitch, a fastball missing low and away, count 1-0. Connor Morris Rowe through his first 3 innings. No earned runs, 3 hits. A pair of strikeouts as well. That fastball is skied high to the right side. That's in foul territory. Colin Matthews trying to make the running catch. And he is deemed out of play when he made the catch. So Matt Fitzgerald still at the bat. The count's 1-1. Matt Fitzgerald trying to get something started here for Sherrill as they trail 4-0 in the bottom of the fourth inning. A win for them would be huge in maintaining third place in the East. As the fastball misses up and in, count now 2-1 to Fitzgerald. The Flames with the win, though, they clinch first place in the Eastern Division and by default get a first game bye from the postseason. 2-1. Fastball ripped hard off the end of the bat into right field, right into the direction of Colin Matthews, who takes a couple steps to his right and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 down in the bottom of the fourth inning. Flames still leading 4-0. And now it's Alex Stroschein's turn to try to get something going for Sherrill. First time up, he drew a walk. He stole second base and got a little ahead of himself, trying to steal third, and he got gunned down. And that proved crucial, as that could have been a run for the Silversmiths, but he got kept off the board. Another righty-righty matchup here as another short lead from Krause off of first base. First pitch, he shows bunt, pulls back as that one misses above the zone, and the count's 1-0 to Stroschein. Stroschein, part of a string of these Silversmiths short catchers. Anthony Gazzo started last game. He's 5'7". Stroschein, the exact same, also 5'7". He's only 160 pounds. He shows bunt, pulls back, skies it into shallow left field. Running in on that one, the left fielder DiFilippo. He makes the catch on a short jog. And there's now 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 on, 2 away in the bottom of the fourth for the Silversmiths. Flames still lead 4-0. And Nick Cormier, the last chance of this inning to try to get something going for Sherrill. He singled in his first at-bat. And in the first game, he played second base, going 0 for 3. Playing third base this time around. He was partially responsible for one of the runs, though not entirely. A throw from Sean Doherty after a pop-out went over his head. He got a glove on it, but he couldn't get his glove around it. As the first pitch to him, a fastball called strike, count 0-1. The throw was to Cormier at third base. He got his glove on it, but it tipped off and went out of play, which allowed the runner on third, Mike Netzel, to come around and score the 4th run of the ball game for Onondaga. 0-1 count to Cormier, the pitch. Fastball misses low and away, and eventually keeps it in front of him, and the count's even at 1-1. And time is cold as the catcher eventually goes out to talk with Morris Rowe. His pitch count's getting pretty high here in the 4th inning. as there's some serious action going on in the bullpen for the Flames. Another righty getting warmed up in the bullpen as Cormier is at bat with a 1-1 count. Krause with another short lead off of first. Again, he has not stolen a base so far this season. 1-1 to Cormier. Fastball hit off the inside part of the bat. The running catch just inside of fair territory by Corbin Paxton. That one was heading out of territory for where it would still be able to be caught. Corbin Paxton just catches it around the line, and that retires the side. The Silversmiths don't go down 1-2-3, but the Flames dispose of them quickly. And through 4 innings of play here, the Flames still lead 4-0. Top of the 5th inning getting underway here at Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York. Flames leading 4-0. And Adam Riesberg out for his 5th inning of work against Onondaga. First pitch to Joe Navenchi. A fastball called strike in the lower third. Count 0-1. Navenchi in his 2 plate appearances, a flyout and a single. And the 0-1. Breaking ball from Riesberg misses up and away. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. And eventually still trying to get consistent back going here as the breaking ball is fouled right back to the net behind home plate and counts 1-2. So 1-2 count on Navenchi. Mike Ruggiero, the shortstop, waiting on deck. That pitch chopped on the ground, foul over to the Silversmiths dugout. Still 1-2 to Navenchi. Navenchi, a very recent transition to catcher. Came up mostly as a pitcher until he suffered Tommy John surgery in high school. Now making a move behind the plate ahead of his arrival at Canisius College. 1-2 fastball misses outside. Count now 2-2. He follows in the footsteps of his older brother John at Canisius College. 2-2. Fastball driven high and deep out of play over to the right side. Count still 2-2 to Navenchi. Also a fun moment from earlier in this season when Chris Burnett challenged Nico Tamurian of NBC3 to hit his fastball as the 2-2 breaking ball misses outside. Counts now 3-2. Tamurian came, and before he did the challenge, he realized that Joe was a member of this team. Joe Navenchi is Nico Tamurian's nephew. 3-2. Ripped down the left field line. That one just slicing out of play. And the count's still full at 3-2. That one went right down the line. And since the sun's starting to set out in left field, part of the field is covered in shade, so not as much visibility down the left field line. Still 3-2 count to Navenchi after the foul ball down the line. And still waiting on deck very patiently is Mike Ruggiero. 3-2. Breaking ball ripped right over to shortstop. One hop backhanded by the shortstop Armitage. Throw over to first just in time ahead of Navenchi speeding down the line. There's one away here in the top of the fifth inning. Stellar defense from Robert Armitage. And now that's another shortstop coming up to the plate, Mike Ruggiero. He's 0 for 1 today. Ground out to second in his first at-bat. Second plate appearance, he got hit by a pitch. Another righty-righty matchup here. First pitch from Riesberg is hit on a hop again. Same play to Armitage. He bobbles it. The throw over to first. This time drags the first baseman Roden off the bag. And that's going to be ruled an E6 on the part of Robert Armitage. But nevertheless, Mike Ruggiero is on base with one away. And now Corbin Paxton coming up to bat, a left-handed hitter. He hasn't been retired yet this ball game. He singled back in the second, came around to score, and he got hit by a pitch in the fourth. Lefty waits and sees the first pitch, chopped foul off the plate and then off himself in the batter's box. Counts 0-1. Flames still leading 4-0 here in the top of the fifth inning. With a win today, the Flames clinch first place in the Eastern Division. Riesberg steps off the mound. Ruggiero on first base with a short lead. And the 0-1. Breaking ball misses low and away, and the count's now 1-1 to Corbin Paxton. Quick look around the leaderboard, or around the scoreboard from around the league. First game between these two teams ended in a 9-5 Flames win. The Rome Generals fell to the Cortland Crush 11-10. As the 1-1 pitch hit hard down the right field line but foul, and the count moves to 1-2. In other games, the Syracuse Spartans trailing the Syracuse Saltcats 8-2 in the top of the fifth. The Olean Oilers and Genesee Rapids still no score in the bottom of the sixth, that coming out of the Western Division. Another game out of the Western Division, the Holdnell Dodgers up 2-0 over the Nitros in the top of the seventh. And in the second game of the doubleheader, as the 1-2 pitch is ripped down the right field line, again a foul ball off the bat of Paxton, count still 1-2. Second game of the doubleheader between the Rome Generals and the Cortland Crush, the Crush winning 4-1 in the bottom of the second. And that's it for the Eastern Division matchups, as the only other game in progress in the Western Division has not yet gotten started between the Power and the Ridgemen. 1-2. Breaking ball cut on and miss for strike three. Paxton goes down on strikes. And that's the third strikeout of the game for Adam Riesberg. And there's two away in the top of the fifth for Jack Chernow. Chernow so far 1 for 2 rather. Got a single in his first at-bat, got stranded at third in the second inning. Chernow, another left-handed hitter. First pitch. Hit on a hard rope between first and second. That gets through for a base hit. Rounding second and holding up is Mike Ruggiero. And it's a two-out single here for Jack Chernow. Now runners on first and second for the Flames with two away. And that brings the top of the order back up in Reed Gibbs. And Gibbs back in the fourth inning hit a solo shot out to left center field. The first home run for the Flames on the day and the first home run for him on the year. It also brought his RBI total on the season up to 6. He has a chance here with 2 runners on and 2 away. Flames maintaining a 4-0 lead in the top of the fifth as Riesberg steps off. Right-handed Gibbs steps back into the batter's box. First pitch to him, a fastball cut on and missed. That one actually foul tipped off the glove of Alex Stroshine, and the count's 0-1. 0-1 count here on Gibbs. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Another chance for Gibbs here to drive in a pair of runs. The pitch. Ripped into left center field again. This one also deep. And a running grab just made in front of the wall by Matt Krause. Another stellar defensive play from him out in left field. Just robs Reed Gibbs of possibly his second home run in as many at-bats. That retires the side. The Flames still lead 4-0 heading into bottom 5. Flames still lead 4-0 heading into the bottom of the 5th inning. Connor Morrisroe back out, getting ready to face the top of the order. And we have a special guest in the broadcast booth. It's Keon Taylor, the closing pitcher of the last 2 games. Now, how are you feeling, Keon?
I'm feeling great, Brandon. It's good to be back here with you, big dog. Listen to you do your thing, man.
And now Reese Armitage getting up for his first at-bat. Connor's going out for his 5th inning of work. And he's working out of the wind-up since there's no one on. Just this first batter of this inning. It's a lefty-righty matchup as Armitage is in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch to him, a fastball is high and away, count 1-0. What are you seeing out of Connor so far?
Man, I'm seeing greatness out of this kid, man. This kid competes. University of Albany, man. He just attacks the zone and gets guys, man. I love him.
1-0 count here to Armitage. The pitch. Fastball driven high into left field. Running to his right is DiFilippo near the line. He makes the catch after he parks under it for the first out. And Connor, he had a little bit of trouble with accuracy through the early part of the season. Is that changing a little bit today? Is he starting to get a little bit more under control?
Definitely, man. I'm seeing him. He struggled a little bit in the first inning a little bit, but he's definitely settling in now, so that's always good to see from our starter.
And now Sean Doherty up for his third at-bat. He hit into a double play in the first inning and hit a double in the third. However, got caught trying to advance home on a wild pitch. It's a righty-righty matchup here. And Morrisroe, the first pitch from the windup, is a breaking ball missing low and outside. Count 1-0. No shift here from the infield for the righty. Still one away. Flames leading 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0. Fastball chopped foul to the left side. That one was missing low and away, and it was fouled the opposite way. And the thing I'm noticing about Connor today is when he's throwing strikes, a lot of the batters are able to make at least foul contact. Is that just part of an aggressive approach from him on the mound? Well, we'll just wait to answer this question. He's about to throw the 1-1 pitch from the windup. He deals. Fastball ripped into left center field. That one a towering shot. Making an easy run over to his right is Jack Cherno, who makes the catch for out number 2.
I definitely think so. I mean, when you're attacking the zone as much as he is tonight, it definitely is going to show, especially in the batter's box with guys swinging the bat. I mean, they're forced to swing the bat when he's throwing strikes, so that's always good.
And as Andrew Roden, a left-handed hitter, gets ready for his third at-bat, Keon, it's the end of the season. The Flames with a win today would, rather with a win in this game, would make it a 9-game winning streak and would clinch first place. And Connor Morrisroe deals the first pitch to Andrew Roden. Fastball called strike on the outside corner, count 0-1. How would that feel heading into the final 3 games of the season, just knowing you got first place locked up?
Man, it's going to feel amazing going in as a number 1 seed, especially pounding on every team. You know what I'm saying? Just coming in throwing hard.
0-1 pitch, a breaking ball, just missing below the knees. And the count evens up at 1-1. 1-1 count here, 2 away. Bottom of the 5th inning. And from the windup, Morris Rowe the pitch. Fastball just misses outside. Count now 2-1. And now Chris Turco's waiting on deck. They've had a little bit of fun today, Connor and his Albany teammate Chris. How have you noticed those at-bats going? They've lasted a very long time.
Oh, yeah. It was interesting at-bats to see two guys on the same squad going at it.
2-1 pitch, grounded on a chop over towards second. Gibbs fields on a high hop, fires to first in time for the final out. The Silversmiths go down 1-2-3. Thank you for joining me, Keon Taylor, here for this half inning. And heading into the 6th inning of play, Flames still lead 4-0.
Shout out, moms.
Top of the 6th inning here at Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York. Flames winning 4-0 as the first pitch to Mike Netzel to start off the inning is a ball missing above the zone, count 1-0. Netzel so far 2 for 3 in the ball game, a pair of singles and an RBI. And the 1-0 pitch gets away from the catcher Stroshine outside, counts now 2-0. Netzel, spectacular two-way player here for the Flames. And the lefty Riesberg deals the 2-0. Breaking ball misses below the knees, and the count's now 3 balls and no strikes to Netzel. He's good at drawing walks when he doesn't get on base. If he draws a walk here, it'd be number 30 on the season. 3-0. Breaking ball just catches the knees, and the count's now 3-1. Netzel steps back into the box, 3-1. Fastball in the dirt for ball 4. Netzel walks for the 30th time this season, and the Flames have a base runner with nobody out. And A.J. DiFilippo up now, a lefty-lefty matchup coming between Riesberg and DiFilippo. DiFilippo hit an RBI single back in the first inning. Since then, a ground out to first and a ground out to second. And Netzel on base now. He stole back in the 4th inning for his 7th time this season. And the first pitch to DiFilippo, a breaking ball, doesn't quite bite into the zone, count 1-0. Something Riesberg's been struggling with on his breaking balls, he's trying on a lot of left-handed hitters to start inside and cut into the inside corner. His breaking balls, however, don't have nearly enough bite. And the pitch, caught on and missed, a fastball low and away. DiFilippo gives chase, and the count evens up at 1-1. Colin Matthews, a right-handed hitter, waits on deck. Flames still leading 4-0 here in the top of the 6th. Nobody out and a runner on first. Pitch, 1-1, misses outside on a fastball. Count now 2-1 to DiFilippo. The Flames just having fun with it right now. Practically half the team has at some point come and visit the broadcast booth, whether they've gotten on air or not. And the 2-1 pitch is foul tipped right back into the catcher's glove, and the count's evened up at 2-2. So 2-2 count on DiFilippo. Riesberg looking for his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. And the pitch. Runner goes. Pitch misses low and inside. There's no throw down to second base as Mike Netzel steals second for the 2nd time today. And now with nobody out, the Flames have a runner in scoring position. And A.J. DiFilippo with a single could bring the run home. Netzel with a short lead off of second base now, guarded by the shortstop Robert Armitage. The 2-2. Fastball misses low and outside, gets away from Alex Droshine. It goes out to the right side of home plate as ball 4 sends A.J. DiFilippo over to first base. And on the walk, it's now first and third. Mike Netzel advance on the wild pitch. And still nobody out in the inning for Colin Matthews, who's still looking for his first hit of this ball game. 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out. He walked back in the first inning, and back in the first game, he went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs coming on a single in the 7th inning. And head coach Jim Bailey going out to talk with his starter. This might be the day for Adam Riesberg, who's pitched all 5+ innings for the Silversmiths so far here in Game 2. The entire infield coming into conference with the pitcher. So far through this game, 4 earned runs, including a home run off the bat of Reed Gibbs. 4 hits through 2 innings. He had another in the 5th, 2 more in the 4th, none in the 5th. So in a grand total, he has surrendered 7 hits so far. And this meeting looks like it's finally breaking up. Riesberg's day seems to not be over just yet. As right now, still on the mound, it's just Stroshine, Cormier, Riesberg, and head coach Bailey. Home plate umpire coming in to break up the meeting, and it's finally over. Bailey heads back to the dugout, and Riesberg still out there. Still nobody out. Runners on first and third now for Colin Matthews. Matthews still waiting for the first pitch of this at-bat after the long mound meeting. DiFilippo on first base. He's 3 for 5 on stolen base attempts this year. A righty-lefty matchup between Matthews and the left-handed pitcher Riesberg. First pitch, a breaking ball ripped into left center field and deep. Going way back there, a bat flip, and that ball is gone. Colin Matthews goes yard to left center field. It's his 3rd home run of the season. Actually, his 1st home run of the season. I was looking at the wrong person. And a 3-run home run here for Matthews. It's now a 7-0 ball game. Colin Matthews goes deep again for the Flames. 2nd home run for the Flames today. The first one coming off the bat of Reed Gibbs, but Colin Matthews bringing in 3 runs on that one. Makes it a 7-0 ball game in the top of the 6th inning. It's only a 7-inning ball game, and that does Riesberg's day here for the Silversmiths. We'll tell you who comes in to replace him when we come back. Matthew Elliott comes in on the mound for the Sherrill Silversmiths. And the first pitch to Joe Navenchi is a fastball low and away, called on the corner for strike one. And now it's Navenchi's time to shine, as he's waiting on deck, as it's now Jake Zarot up for his second at-bat. Second pitch to him is ripped hard down the right field line. Straight shot. That one's gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Onondaga Flames. First on the year for Jake Zarot. And that makes it an 8-0 Flames lead. Jake Zarot, in just his third at-bat back from concussion, hits a home run straight down the right field line.
The catcher from Canisius College, number 14, Joe Navenchi.
A concussed ball or a concussed player? You tell me.
The formerly concussed Jake Zarot gives that ball a concussion down the right field line. And now Joe Navenchi's time to shine here. He's 1 for 3 today. A single back in the third inning, a ground out and a fly out as well. Right-lefty matchup here. The right-handed batter Navenchi waits first pitch. Fastball skied foul to the right side, out of play. And the count's 0-1. Zarot took that one out on the first pitch of the at-bat. Joe Navenchi's his time to shine. No home runs on the year for him so far. In fact, not even a single extra base hit. That fastball is chopped right in front of the mound, fielded by Elliott. The throw over to first is just in time as Andrew Roden stretched and was barely able to keep his back foot on the bag. And there's finally one away here in the top of the sixth. And the Flames still out in front 8-0 after a pair of back-to-back home runs for the Flames. A big daddy hack from Colin Matthews down to left center field line. And now Mike Ruggiero comes up. I just don't care anymore. Mike Ruggiero, the right-handed hitter, against the lefty Matthew Elliott. And the first pitch, a fastball missing above the zone, count 1-0. Ruggiero so far reached on an error in his last plate appearance. Grounded out in the second inning, and he also got hit by a pitch. 1-0. Another fastball misses up and in, and count now 2-0. Matthew Elliott came in with a 10-6 ERA in 9 1/3 innings of work. And the first pitch here to Ruggiero with a 2-0 count misses low and away. Count now 3-0 on Ruggiero. Waiting on deck is Mike Stefan. He'll replace Corbin Paxton. 3-0. Off-speed misses above the zone for ball 4. So the Flames still have a base runner here. And there's still only one away in the top of the sixth inning. Flames now with an 8-0 lead. And Mike Stefan, a switch hitter, going to be batting from the right side against the lefty Elliott. Stefan started at first base in the first game of this doubleheader. In that game, he went 1 for 4, including an RBI coming on a sac fly in the 7th. First pitch to him, a fastball called strike on the lower third. Stefan behind 0-1. Stefan is the 7th batter of the inning for the Flames in the 0-1. Fastball misses just below the zone. Count now evens up at a ball and a strike. It's Mike Ruggiero leading off of first base. He's a perfect 3 for 3 on stolen base attempts this year. 1-1. Fastball ripped down the third baseline, backhanded by Cormier. Throw over to second for 1, on to first, in time for the double play. And the Silversmiths finally get out of this inning, but not until the Flames put up plenty of runs, 4 to be exact, on back-to-back home runs from Colin Matthews and Jake Zarot. Heading into bottom 6, Flames lead 8-0. Bottom of the 6th inning here at Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York. Flames lead 8-0 after putting up 4 runs in the top half. Chris Burnett deals the first pitch to Chris Turco. It's taken for a strike on the lower third. Count 0-1. I'm joined here by McLean O'Connor. He played back in the first game. He's getting this game off. How do you feel you performed back in game 1?
I felt pretty terrible at the plate, but I held it down in the field, so we good.
0-1 to Turco. A fastball missing low and outside, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike. And now, McLean, you came in this season pretty late out of UC Santa Barbara. Do you not like the fact that UC schools end so late?
I kind of do like it because we don't go back to school till like September 28th or something, so it evens itself out.
Little silver lining. The 1-1 fastball misses low and away again. Count now 2-1 to Turco. And so even after school ended, you had to go to a wedding. Was it either your sister or your brother?
No, it was just one of my good buddies.
Okay. Well, I mean, was that at least a good wedding?
Yeah, it was cool. It was fun.
2-1. Fastball misses below the knees. Count now 3-1 to Turco. He's 0 for 1 today. A ground out and a hit by pitch. And now, McLean, you came in late and you got started right off the bat. And one of the big games right here, hitting 2 home runs in 1 inning against Sherrill. How did it feel to get off to such a hot start for the Flames?
Yeah, it's always nice to get off to a hot start. Then you can just relax and play your game.
3-1 fastball caught on and missed. Turco can get around on that one on the outside corner. Counts full at 3-2. And now, McLean, you played in that first game. You went 2 for 5. And like you said, you didn't feel comfortable at that plate, but you had that big RBI single back at the end of the 7th. That had to feel good. 3-2 pitch. Caught on a miss for strike 3. Chris Burnett strikes out Turco for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, it was nice to get that hit in the 7th.
And McLean, don't worry. We're having a little bit of fun. Just relax. And now coming up to bat now, Robert Armitage. He's walked in both his plate appearances so far. And now Keon Taylor. He was on with me earlier. What are your thoughts on him?
Least favorite kid on the team, by far.
Any particular reason why? Just hold on. First pitch, fastball to Armitage, called strike on the inside corner.
Every reason possible that I can't even name. There's some. No, Keon's cool. He's my homie.
Burnett working with a 1-0 count on Robert Armitage. And for those who aren't here, Keon's just standing right next to me. Breaking ball on 1-0 is a called strike on the lower third. Count evens up at 1-1. And now, McLean, heading into the end of the regular season, it was a long way coming. With a win here, the Flames would clinch first place in the division. And wait a second, 1-1 pitch coming up from Chris Burnett. Out of the stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball misses low and away. Count 2-1. How would it feel going in with the first place bid after today?
It's going to be nice. We get a day off while the 2 and 3 seed battle it out, and then we go back to work.
Is there any team you particularly want to see in the playoffs?
Every team, whoever is there.
Great answer. 2-1 breaking ball misses low and outside. Count now 3-1. And I want to ask you, McLean, were you there for the Wellsville game?
I was not.
Ooh, then you weren't there for probably one of the biggest fireworks. A lot of the guys on this team would probably prefer to play them in the postseason. Actually, not sure where they sit in the standings as of right now. They're barely holding on to third place in the West. But I mean, I don't think you played against any Western Division teams.
No, I didn't.
2-1 skied high to the right side. That one's still in fair play. Running near the foul line is A.J. DiFilippo making the catch for the second out of the inning. A.J. DiFilippo is now over at first base, and Mike Stefan taking his place in left field. Pop out to first base, gets the second out of the inning, and now Matt Krause up for his third plate appearance, a walk and a ground out. And McLean, now just a few fun questions with 2 away in the inning. Best Fortnite player on the team?
Probably myself, honestly.
Thinks so highly?
No, I haven't seen everyone play, so I'm not sure.
Fastball inside makes it a 1-0 count. Favorite dorm activity?
Beating Keon in 2K. And he knows it's true. He's running away right now.
What's your choice of team?
We play 3-on-3. I bring Larry Bird, Vince Carter, and then any other scrub will work.
Fair enough. High level of confidence from McLean in his 2K abilities. 1-0 fastball misses above the zone. Count now 2-0.
False advertisement.
Keon coming back to make it a little bit of appearance now. 2-0 count from Chris Burnett on Matt Krause. He's working out of the stretch. And the pitch. Fastball taken on the outside corner. Called strike. Count now 2-1. And now, if you were stranded on a deserted island and you could only bring 3 items, not including a telephone to call for help or anything to get you off the island, what would you bring?
I need a pitch to think about this.
All right, 2-1 count for Chris Burnett on Matt Krause. The pitch. Fastball taken for a strike right down the middle. Count knots up at 2-2.
A lighter, a gun, and a girl.
Fascinating choices there. It's a 2-2 count on Matt Krause. He's 0 for 1 on the day, a ground out and a walk. And the pitch. 2-2 breaking ball in the dirt. Joe Navenchi keeps it in front of him. And the count's 2-2. Now you came in late, but there are a couple guys like Joe who came in even later. You guys affectionately call him Rook because of his age. But has he even turned 18 yet? I don't think he has.
No, he's 17. He's a young gun. He's still learning the ways.
And now you came in as a late arrival. How does it feel being ahead of different later arrivals, sort of like him or Riley Workman? 2-2 pitch, call and miss for strike 3. Feel free to answer the question if you like.
What do you mean ahead?
Like you arrived before some players who came even later than you.
I don't know.
All right, McLean O'Connor, shortstop for the Onondaga Flames. Thank you so much. At the end of 6 innings of play, the Flames still lead 8-0.
Love you, Grandma.
Top 7 here at Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York. Still an 8-0 Flames lead. First pitch from Elliott to Jack Cherno to start off the inning is fouled off to the left side. Count 0-1. Cherno so far 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. A chance to get something done here in the 7th. The final inning of play in the second game of this doubleheader. 0-1 pitch misses low and away. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. And the Flames, with a win in this ball game, they'd clinch first place in the Eastern Division. And Cherno crowding the plate from the left side against the lefty Elliott. 1-1. Ritz back up the middle, over slicing into the gap for a base hit. Cherno gets his 3rd single of the ball game, and he rounds first, holds up there. And a single to lead off the top of the 7th. The Flames not going down yet on offense, and Reed Gibbs coming up for the 5th time today. He walked his first time, came around to score. A pop out, a fly out. That fly out coming very close to the fence, almost in the same spot as his home run back in the 4th inning. Flames have gone yard 3 times in this game, 2 of them back-to-back in the 6th. And the first pitch to Gibbs, a fastball called, strike on the lower inside corner, and Gibbs behind 0-1. Gibbs had not gotten any extra base hits in a long time this season, but finally hitting even a home run there. Fastball on 0-1, misses below the knees. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. And taking another look around the league to see what's going on in the other games. Olean Oilers lead the Genesee Rapids 1-0 in the bottom of the 8th. 1-1. Fastball skied high, shallow center field. That's not going anywhere. Running in a few steps is Reese Armitage in center, and he makes the catch for the first out. And so with one away, that brings up Mike Netzel. He's 2 for 3, a pair of singles, an RBI. He grounded out to the pitcher back in the first. It was a very controversial call on a bunt that most everyone in the park assumed he had beaten out. Otherwise, the Spartans are trailing the Syracuse Selcats 8-2 in the 6th. As that first pitch is skied high to the right side, running to get that one is Matt Fitzgerald. That one lands foul just a few feet in front of Fitzgerald over near the bullpen. Counts 0-1 to Netzel. As I said, Spartans trailing the Selcats 8-2 in the bottom of the 6th. The Wellsville Nitros and Hornell Dodgers tied at 3 in the bottom of the 8th. The Cortland Crush and the Rome Generals in the top of the 4th of the second game of that doubleheader. Cortland's lead has gone from 4-1 to 4-3. Rome making a comeback. And a still nothing determined between the Richmond and the Power. That pitch is chopped on the ground towards short, flips over to second to 1, on to first, just in time to get Mike Netzel, and that ends the inning on a 6-4-3 double play. Heading into bottom 7, the Flames lead 8-0 over the Sherrill Silversmiths. With an 8-0 lead in the bottom of the 7th inning, the Flames are throwing Adam Gordon on the mound to face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Sherrill here at Noyes Park. Adam Gordon is a center fielder for the Flames. He hasn't pitched a single inning this year. First pitch, a fastball missing above the head of Matt Fitzgerald, and the count's 1-0. Gordon out of Cal State Los Angeles. He played in the first game in the outfield. Has been sitting the entirety of this game up till now. 1-0, cut on and missed. And the count evens up at 1-1 on Fitzgerald. Adam Gordon, a position player manning the mound as the Flames lead by 8 runs in this lopsided victory. As that pitch is grounded over to the right side, through for a base hit. So Matt Fitzgerald gets on base here with a single to start off the 7th. As coming up now is the catcher Alex Stroshine. He's 0 for 1. A walk back in the second inning, and he flew out to left back in the 4th. Fitzgerald on first base, taking a relatively big lead. He's 1 for 2 on stolen base attempts so far this season. Gordon operating out of the stretch now. First pitch, a fastball chopped on the ground to the left side, fielded by the third baseman Netzel. He throws on the run on the back foot in time for the first out of the inning, and a throw to second to try to backpick Matt Fitzgerald at second base is not in time. Very close play there, though. The Flames get the first down on stellar defense by Mike Netzel. Matt Fitzgerald makes it over to second base. He almost gets gunned down. But either way, it's one away. Runner on second here in the bottom of the seventh. Flames leading 8-0. And now the 9-hitter, Nate Cormier, coming up. A single could bring in the first run of the game for the Silversmiths. They're trying to avoid getting shut out, which at this park very rarely happens, if ever. First pitch, fastball misses up and away, count 1-0. With the dimensions here, the right field being 257 feet, left field being no more than 305 feet, and center field not being that deep either, it almost never happens where a team doesn't score a run. That fastball chopped over to short, fielded on the run by Ruggiero. He throws over to first in time for the second out, and the Silversmiths are down to their final out here with the top of the order and Reese Armitage coming up. It's a lefty-righty matchup coming up as Armitage steps into the left-handed batter's box to face Gordon. As on that last play, Fitzgerald advanced to third. And so the run that would put the Silversmiths at least on the board in this ball game is 90 feet away. And Gordon trying to complete the shutout here for the Flames and clinch first place in the East. First pitch, fastball misses low and in, the count 1-0. Armitage so far 0 for 2, a swinging strikeout in the second, a fly out to left coming back in the fifth. He walked in his first plate appearance to lead off the ball game. 1-0. Fastball misses up and away, count now 2-0 on Armitage. As waiting on deck is Sean Doherty. Two balls, no strikes on Armitage here. 2 away. Runner on third base, the pitch. Fastball ripped down the right field line hard, and that goes off the wall. Colin Matthews will field it on a bounce, and at least a run gets to score here for the Silversmiths. It's 8-1 on an RBI single from Armitage. And now with a runner on first, a run finally on the board for Sherrill, and 2 away. That brings up Sean Doherty. Doherty so far a double back in the third. But other than that, a double play and a flyout to his name. Adam Gordon's not going to be happy with his ERA, but not that matters too much for a center fielder. First pitch, breaking ball misses above the zone, and the count's 1-0. Armitage on first. 1-0. Gordon slips off the mound, but it's a called strike regardless. It's even at 1-1. And Gordon, despite falling out there on the mound, still able to get it over the strike zone. Armitage is on first base. He's 12 for 15 on stolen base attempts this year. And Gordon from the stretch, he gets set and deals the 1-1. Fastball caught on and missed. That one actually had a bit of break to it. Going low in the way, and the count's 1-2. The Silversmiths are down to their final strike. Can the center fielder Adam Gordon get a strikeout on the mound here to end the ball game? Reese Armitage off first base, a 1-2 count. 2 away, 8-1 lead for the Flames in bottom 7, the pitch. Breaking ball gets off of the mask of Joe Navenci and goes behind the plate. It's ball 2, and advancing to second is Reese Armitage. So the Silversmiths have another runner in scoring position, and the count moves to 2-2. Adam Gordon looked like he was going for a strikeout there, trying to get Doherty to chase. And eventually couldn't keep it in front of him, and so Armitage moved up to second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second, bottom 7. Flames leading 8-1. 2-2. Fastball check swing fouled back to the fence behind home plate. And the count's still 2-2 on Doherty. Sun setting far into left field. It'd be the perfect time for an ending to this ball game. A nice sunset out there. 2-2 count on Doherty, the pitch. Fastball ripped down the right field line hard. Running to catch that is Colin Matthews. He gets it on the run. And the Flames win this one 8-1, and they clinch the Eastern Division with first place. They will have a first-round bye in the NYCBL playoffs, and they have the next 3 games to just relax and knowing that their spot is safe. Final score here, the Flames win 8-1 at Noyes Park in Sherrill, New York.